Bitcoin just hit a new all-time high again. But what the heck does this mean for you? This is the most requested topic over the past few weeks. So let's talk crypto. Hello everybody and welcome back to the Heart to Hearts channel. I am your host, Dwight Hart. And here on this channel we discuss diverse topics that you out there want to hear. So on today's show, we're going to talk cryptocurrency. We're going to discuss Bitcoin. We're going to discuss altcoins, why cryptocurrency is here, what this all means for everybody, what's causing the sudden price surge all of a sudden, it seems, and also we'll go over a few of the cryptocurrencies and their basic functions. What I'm going to do is try to break it down for beginners. So, if you are advancing cryptocurrency, this is definitely not for you. If you like what you hear on this channel today, go ahead and press that subscription button and hit the like button as well. Okay, let's do it. Okay, Bitcoin. What it is just the historical evolution of money. Over the years, we have watched the change of the internet. We have watched a change in the way we communicate. We have gone from MySpace to Facebook. The way we watch movies. We no longer go to a Blockbuster to pick up a DVD. We look at Netflix. We no longer order food in the same way. We go to Grubhub. We, when needing to be somewhere, call an Uber. All of these things are just historical changes of things we normally do, just set to meet the pace that we're on in the future. So what this is just time for money to change and do this. And the way we're doing this is with cryptocurrency. The reason being is, over the years, money has always changed from the beginning of time. We don't barter anymore. We don't go out there and say, hey, I'm going to trade you 2 chickens for your goat milk that you may have. We don't sell rubles. We're in a time where I doubt half the people out there even know how to write a check. Everybody uses their cell phone. Everybody uses a debit or a credit card. So right now we are already basically in a cashless society. So what digital currencies are doing is moving us forward to that cashless society, but it's happening even faster, I would say, because of everything going on now in the pandemic. We were already set on pace to be doing this anyway, but with everything going on in the world, obviously it's speeding things up a little bit. So, Bitcoin, the reason you hear about it so much, it was the first cryptocurrency created by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. When you hear the word altcoin, what they're referring to is every other cryptocurrency besides Bitcoin. So now, I think what gets a lot of people confused is the value of Bitcoin and why the value is so high, and how can you spend this Bitcoin out at a store if it's worth $40,000, $50,000 a coin. The confusion that most people have is they're mistaking Bitcoin as a currency. Bitcoin is not a currency. Bitcoin is a store of value, just like a gold bar. So you think of it as digital gold. For some of you that may not be familiar with digital gold, to break it down even further, say you go out and buy a Patek Philippe or a Richard Mille. When these guys, Jay-Z, Future, all these guys go out there, get these watches, they're holding on to them as a store of value. It's a place to put their money, and later on they can sell it for that same value, and most of the time a lot more. Kevin O'Leary, I don't know if you watch Shark Tank, he has an extensive watch collection in his portfolio. These are things we do to store value. Some people may go out and buy a Van Gogh art. This is another way that we store value. A lot of people right now put their money in gold and in silver. This is basically the same thing what Bitcoin is doing. It is a store of value, and it is a safe haven for you to put your money. The reason that we need this is, obviously, if you look at the monetary system we have now, things aren't working that great. And if they were, Satoshi Nakamoto would have never created Bitcoin. And if he did create Bitcoin, obviously we wouldn't have a need for it if our money system was perfect. And what this also is doing is it's creating a way for the little guys to be able to thrive. And this is the thing that I love about cryptocurrencies the most. When you look at other countries like Venezuela and certain countries in the continent of Africa that are really controlled by the government and have no way of really banking themselves and holding value to any of the money they have, they really need this more than any of us. What this does is it allows them to be able to store value of their dollar and something else besides their country's currency. So, another thing that it does is it allows them to be able to trade peer-to-peer with each other. Sometimes I may be here and I say, hey, let me send my buddy in Gambia, send him $100. To send that $100 transaction, it's going to cost a ton of money to be able to send it over there. What cryptocurrency is allowing is for us to be able to do something like this peer-to-peer. I go on my phone, I send one Litecoin to him. On his phone, he's going to receive that Litecoin. There is no central bank that we're going through. That being said, what Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are trying to do is create decentralized finance. Some are creating privacy. They're helping us with forgery. None of these transactions can be made over and over again. They cannot be printed over and over again, kind of like how our dollar is. There are only so many Bitcoin that can be made. There is a cap of 21 million Bitcoin. So if you have something where there are only 21 million of these that can be made, this is where the value of it comes in. Basic economics, supply and demand, the scarcity of it. There's not enough Bitcoin for everybody in the entire world to own a Bitcoin or even 0.0023 whatever of a Satoshi in the entire world. This is what makes it so valuable. Again, back to the Richard Mille. If you have that watch and you have one of 10 of those watches that are made, that's what makes it so valuable. If you have a Chanel purse or a Louis Vuitton bag that's a special edition and you know there's only 100 to 200 of these made, that purse value is going to be stored in that purse. And when you go to resell it, you're going to go ahead and recoup your money plus whatever it's worth at the time. This is what cryptocurrency is. It's a store of value pegged to something that is scarce. So again, since there are thousands of blockchain nodes all across the world, Bitcoin is allowing everybody that is on this blockchain to have a copy of the transaction, meaning there are no geographic borders or centralization to any currency. Everything is decentralized. Since cryptocurrencies are scarce, we know there is no risk of manipulation and risk of inflation. And again, back to the peer-to-peer and cost of transaction, which is really helping out the little guys out there. You can go to your bank and you can send Mary in Spain, say you need to send $10,000. Instead of going to my local bank, and the local bank, when I tell them I want to take this money and send it to Spain, they go to the local reserve bank. The local reserve bank then goes to the central reserve bank. The central reserve bank then has to report to the IRS that you're sending money to Mary over in Spain. And then after that, after 3 days, Mary finally gets her money with fees and everything else involved. When we do this peer-to-peer, if I need to send somebody some money, I send it and they're going to get the money right away with minimal fees. And that being said about decentralization again, there are a ton of cryptocurrencies which are DeFi cryptocurrencies, and we'll get into that another time. I really want to keep it basic on this one and just let you guys know Bitcoin is the number one currency. You can look at Bitcoin in comparison to gold. This is your bar of gold that you're going to hold your store of value in. Litecoin. This is another cryptocurrency, which is basically the silver to Bitcoin's gold. Then Ethereum, you can look at this as your oil. Break down these three cryptocurrencies, study them, and it will open your world up to everything that's going on here. But it's not going anywhere. Digital currencies are going to be here until 3030. We're going to go to, hopefully not all the way a cashless society. I think we should have a society where they both kind of coexist. But like I said earlier, we're almost here already. I hardly know anyone who carries cash around. So make sure you hop on board this train, because millionaires, new millionaires, will be made in 2021, and you don't want to be the one left behind. So until next time, we definitely will bring this up again. I want everybody to stay healthy, be well, and be blessed. I'm gone.